I'm saying? It seems like a thing with this birthday party.
Man,
but I'm talking about for your birthday.
Huh?
Why won't you party with me for your birthday, man?
Yeah, we partied for my birthday before. You came to my party.
No, but me and you ain't never really party, you know what I'm saying?
That's why I don't be going to the puffy parties. They can hug you from the front and the back at the same time.
It's crazy, the feature came about, I was just in the Bahamas. Shit was mad random. Diddy was in the Bahamas working on the album. I went over to where they were staying. They had a set up there in the studio.
I like when you like this, Daddy. Daddy, I like when you slow it out. It's your birthday every day.
Every day's your birthday on Drink Champs.
You heard what he just said, right?
So Fab, how was your birthday, man? And what was your wish?
Fabolous has been openly criticized by 50 Cent, who claims that Fab has been Diddy's covert sidekick for years. As you may remember, Diddy persisted in pressuring Fab to go out with him during that awkward Drink Champion interview. Everyone assumed that Fab was just in a weird circumstance and didn't want to get involved because she was so uncomfortable the entire time. The twist, though, is that following that interview, Fab actually started going out to parties with Diddy on a regular basis, and they were seen hanging out and creating music before the Cassie lawsuit surfaced and the grave charges against Diddy started to surface. Everything between them was great. However, Fabolous is behaving as if he was never truly involved in the Diddy drama now that it is public knowledge. Diddy explicitly teased the kind of wild, expensive scenes that he is now accused of throwing behind the scenes in a video for the song Act Bad that Fab appeared in with Diddy and the City Girls a few months before the lawsuit was dropped. Cent isn't letting Fab off the hook that lightly, even though the timing is questionable. Although the timing is dubious, 50 Cent is making it harder for Fab to avoid criticism. He wants everyone to remember that he was the first to draw attention to Diddy's peculiar actions in the Drink Champs interview with Fabolous. Many at the time brushed his remarks aside as being motivated only by jealousy, but they now seem to be increasingly true. People dismissed it back then, claiming that 50 was simply hateful. But today, it seems like everything he stated was true.
Hey, man. And what was your wish for this year?
My birthday was cool.
Wealth,
yeah.
knowledge itself. Watch nothing that over your cake, brother.
I like vibes. You know what I mean? I like a good vibe more than like wanting for anything. Like, you know what I mean? So I got a cool vibe. I spend some of the time with my...
The moment, 50 is having so much fun that he is mocking Fab on Instagram and insulting her from all sides, basically shouting, "I told you so." He isn't done yet though, according to people close to 50. According to rumors, he plans to include even more information about Fab and Diddy's very intimate relationship in his next Diddy documentary.
I went out, grabbed a bag, and spent some more time with my kids. And, you know what I mean? I felt like I was a milestone age. I'm gonna have a party and we had parties, but I was more like just trying to just vibe, like just see where I look back on where I became.
Did you miss me though? For real, because I'm saying it seems like a thing.
And let's face it, you already know that 50 Cent will be messy and brutal with it. Let's analyze everything now that everyone is curious about why Fab is allegedly Diddy's specific friend and how Fab is reacting to 50 insulting him in this manner. When 50 Cent spoke at Fabolous HARD this week, he brought up that awkward Drink Champs interview, which Fab probably hoped would never be seen again.
For your birthday,
Huh?
why won't you party with me for your birthday, man?
Yeah, we partied for my birthday before. You came to my party.
No.
Instagram users shared a video of the interview along with the comment. But he dragged Fab and all the other rappers who let Diddy talk to them wild for years and stayed silent. 50 aimed directly for the throat. "This dude is a fruit pop." I thought, as 50 wrote, "Look how they were all acting like everything was normal because they looked up to Diddy."
Mr. Lee,
Yeah, I love this Drink
where you
Champs
put my
with you. I
bag
like
at?
when you like this, Daddy.
Yeah, where you put my bag
Daddy,
at,
I like
Mr.
when
Lee?
you
Oh, it's right here,
scrambling
it's
and
right
scraping
here.
for
No, No, I got
I
notes
like
and
that.
shit. You know, I've been practicing. I got
Yeah,
notes
there you
and
go.
shit.
Got your notes.
Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna go over that one.
Make a
That
wish.
one.
Just blow it out. It's your birthday every day.
Every day's a birthday on Drink Champs, goddammit. I'm in. Okay. No, me. Okay. I got notes now. I'm trying to get my life together.
He's not holding back at all. And I'm a hater. Some supporters defended Fab by saying that his body language indicated that he wasn't feeling it. Yet despite this, Fab kept hanging out with Diddy, and they were spotted attending parties together after the interview was over.
Don't forget where you come from. Yeah, love. Guy in the building. Hey yo, this guy right here, one of the hip hop entrepreneur, young legends. He's in my gang. He gets money. Yes, he does.
Yes, I'm inspired though.
For those who don't recall the scene, Diddy made an unexpected appearance on a 2017 episode of Drink Champs with Fab and Jadakiss. Diddy cut Fab off as he was talking about celebrating his birthday with his kids, stating, "You missed partying with me that day. How uneasy must he have felt?" Fab's past appears to be finally catching up with him, which is really embarrassing. As if he had to answer, Diddy wouldn't let it go and kept pushing Fab to explain why they never went out together. It's absurd that after years of remaining silent about Diddy's actions, these grown men are now questioning Cassie's decision to stay. Fab is clearly not feeling it, as evidenced by his wiggling in his seat, his lack of eye contact with Diddy, and his constant gaze down at his plate. The strangest part is that Diddy made him blow out his birthday candles after calling him an daddy twice throughout that same interview, as if it were an inside joke. He blew them out from the side of his lips, but I played along, so it was clear he wasn't totally into it.
His ass. There's a lot of people out here taking from people. Not only like people are getting robbed of not only their money and their spirituality. They're getting robbed of their womanhood and manhood.
Come on. How can they condemn others if they were too scared to speak up? How many of them participated in those eerie backstage situations, I wonder? Well, let's get back to Fabolous. You would think he would stay away from Diddy after that Drink Champs interview, where he looked really uncomfortable. Yet Fabolous kept going to Diddy's events as if nothing had occurred.
Do you chuckle? Do you laugh? Do you help? Do you criticize? Because I see a lot of jokes out there right now talking about baby oil. Everybody got a joke about having baby oil on lube. Is that okay? Is that the message? That was funny, fam.
November 2021, Fab even posted a video of one of Diddy's raucous parties to Instagram, claiming that things got so out of hand that he had to leave politely. When the sun rose at 7 o'clock a.m., he told Diddy he was going to the bathroom and then left. But the man was still having a good time as if it had just started. And guess who else was there? Mariah Carey. Fab disclosed on his Instagram stories that he also told her that he needed to move his car before it was towed. This was just one more clever way to avoid having to bounce. According to him, they were meant to be working on music that evening, but the recording was already complete. And all he wanted was for everyone to stay and have wine. What Fab wrote instead was, "It was a M, and my verse was done."
Me and the money team, and we got 7 Rolls Royces outside, and we just made 350 racks on the... Don't disrespect me. I'ma smack you up again, fool.
All right, so Reggie,
That's
let's
all
talk.
I'm saying. Damn, Ray J got beat up. In the face, man.
You punch Fab in the face.
One time. Hey, all I'm saying is if you got Fab number, tell that...
Have you ever been pressured by your peers to attend the afters? He asked his followers. You truly want to return to the room or go home, but you don't want to be the reason why people don't show up. At last, he inquired, have you ever left after saying you were going to the restroom? The strange thing is that Fab still showed up on time for Diddy's events in spite of everything.
The money team right now, we all over here. I swear to God, he running from me right now. I had 100 fools outside a Moon right now. He never left the club. He was scared up in there. He tried to call the police.
So when you hit him, what did he do, Ray?
Nothing. He fell back because he's a sucker.
Okay, now Ray J, let me ask you. So he didn't.
He also lived a lot longer than most people thought. For instance, he was spotted at a Diddy-hosted party in New York City on September 15, 2023, a few weeks prior to Cassie's lawsuit becoming widely known. However, some reports claim that this is where the tone becomes considerably darker, and Fab might have felt he had no choice because Diddy apparently had some scary film on him.
Diddy, because he tried to really be like, look.
Tell me calm down, brother.
I'm ready for this, man.
All right.
Straight up. Bitch ass.
Thank you, Ray.
Man, I
Appreciate
hate
you
to see
calling,
people
mama.
so mad like that. I don't want Ray
You
J
know
to
what
do
I'm
nothing
saying? This
crazy.
nigga wanna talk. I was with Puff last night and I said, Puff, he said, listen, if anybody talks about me, I'ma smack them in the face. And I said, you know what?
Have been used to correct him. Rumors are swirling that Diddy placed something in Fab's drink during one of those crazy parties, but they haven't been confirmed. It is believed that Diddy was taping the entire incident when he or one of his former male staffers did something shady to Fab, thus taking advantage of him. The friendship might have been even more complex than it seemed if this was the case.
You know what I'm saying? It's high and coked up or on pills, and you know, his rant, I heard this hilarious to me. First and foremost, joke to me. Like, it's not, I'm taking it serious on the side of where he thinks that that he should do that too, but I'm laughing at his whole character. Like, there's nobody.
It becomes even more sinister when you include Ray J. Some people recall the time that Ray J publicly threatened to send a man to do something terrible to Fabolous. Now, fans are piecing together the details and wondering if Ray J was talking about Diddy all along. For years, there have been rumors that Ray J is some kind of industry runner who does dirty favors for powerful people behind the scenes and has undoubtedly kept himself close to Diddy. There is a ton of footage showing Ray J lounging at Diddy's crib, acting like a member of the inner circle. The way these names are connected raises a lot of eyebrows. Then, immediately after Diddy was arrested, Ray J appeared on his new show and made this strange and awkward remark.
Jay is gangster to that point unless he's gonna prove it. So at this point now, he's gonna have to prove all of this funny that he was saying on World Star, on the Breakfast Club. But it's like, yo, don't, because while he's talking to me, he's like touching my shoulder and like tapping me on the chest and like, you know, just talking. So I'm like, yo, if you're serious, like, let's this end this. Like, don't, first of all, don't touch me no more. Don't touch my body in any form or way. Don't touch me. So he's like, what you mean?
Saw through the suspicious timing that he was attempting to distance himself from the whole situation and escape the limelight. It's absurd that Ray J, who a few years ago threatened to gravely injure Fabolous' nerve, is now berating others for making jokes about the Diddy situation. Backstory: Ray J and Fab have been at odds for almost a decade. It all started when an HBO program featuring Ray J singing at Floyd Mayweather's mansion went viral. After witnessing the brief drama that ensued between the two, Fabolous couldn't help but make fun of Floyd on social media.
And I said what I just said. Don't touch me. You know what I'm saying? And then from there he leaned back and then he like pushed off of me at my chest. So then when he pushed off of me, I jumped back to him and I grabbed him up. So I grabbed him up. It was no fight. It was no swing. This whole story that he made up, that whole Tupac rant about him swinging on somebody and all of that stuff.
Floyd said that the performance in his living room was serious, but Ray J was actually just playing One Wish on a piano keyboard. Ray J responded, "No, but Floyd said, we're having a concert in my living room." Things really took off when Ray J called the Breakfast Club and went on a rant, saying that he had already fought Fabolous at an after-party for disrespecting him and Floyd. "I started crying as Ray J's piano rendition of One Wish was shown on screen. Extremely intriguing." Additionally, Ray J mentioned Diddy, suggesting that Diddy was the one who first urged him to go after Fab. That quick conversation turned into a full-fledged dispute with some questionable behind-the-scenes connections, but it wasn't over yet. By threatening to have one of his male buddies do something terrible to Fabolous if she didn't issue a public apology, Ray J went completely out of control. Indeed, he said that, and it astonished and infuriated everyone. Fabolous called in too, correct the record the very next day, denied ever being punched, and made it apparent that he never expressed regret, instead suggesting that Ray J may have been drunk or unruly. Additionally, he claimed that Ray J's eerie threat revealed the type of individuals Ray chose to associate with, and that the entire incident had been dramatized to an insane degree. Everyone raised their eyebrows at that comment alone, and since Ray brought up Diddy in the same frantic outburst, you can be sure that connections were formed right away.
He goes, yo, for me and you, we ain't part. Like, we need to part.
But I'm talking about for your birthday.
Huh?
Why won't you party with me for your birthday, man?
Well, you came to my party.
No, but me and you ain't never really party, you know what I'm saying? Eyes, brother. Eyes. I understand.
What you talking about? I get uncomfortable. Like, he said something to me one time, a long time ago. He told me he'd take me shopping. I looked at him like...
Fans are starting to question whether Ray J was actually alluding to Diddy in that old recording of his song Wild Threat, particularly in view of all the accusations Diddy has faced and the peculiar behavior he displayed around Fabolous in the past. To complete the circle, the reason this entire discussion has returned to the forefront is because 50 Cent is out there doing what he does best, which is igniting controversy and making the industry face what has been lurking in plain sight. Additionally, keep in mind that 50 was among the few individuals who brought attention to the Drink Champs interview during its broadcast. Insiders claim that since 50 Cent revived that Drink Champs moment with Fabolous in 2017, he is not merely trolling for attention but is instead providing hints about his future documentary. As everyone is aware, 50 Cent has been critiquing Diddy's actions for years, but at the time, people simply wrote it off as jealousy or pettiness. But a lot of what he claimed is starting to sound all too genuine in light of the numerous lawsuits and sinister accusations that are accumulating. Is it going to blow up? And did he do it? It is said that the doctor will discuss all of the wild things in great detail. Let's hear it. Did Fabolous play along to maintain his position in the inner circle? Or do you believe he was actually victimized and caught up in all of this? Is it possible that Diddy was using something, possibly even something connected to that Ray J situation, as blackmail? No. Leave a comment with your opinions. Click like. And don't forget to subscribe. Blackmail rumors, celebrity parties, and Diddy's odd, dubious relationships with some rappers, particularly Fabolous, are all back on the rise.